Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with an apology right off the rip. We lied to you. We lied to you last week when we said we were done with Brendan Sorsby talk because this Karen will just not get out of the news. It's ridiculous. We'll jump into that. Brian Kelly just really likes getting high, so we'll be talking about that a little bit. We're finding dead bodies on college campuses, and the NCAA is making a whole lot of rule changes, so stick around. They're eating the dogs, Karen, in Tuscaloosa.
They're eating the dogs.
You know that?
They were
They're
eating
the dogs.
Oh, a meth raccoon.
Yeah.
Just awful. There is nothing good about this. It's the worst possible scenario for the CFP, for the national championship.
Notre Dame is a mid-program with really good marketing.
And the Michigan players are going to look at that, and anybody who's committing to Michigan in the next years will just go, I want to beat them even more. Like, I wanted to beat them when I first came to the school. Recruits are going to see this.
You have, as some fans have put it, a mascot flashing their pop tussie out.
Oh, God. That's going to be part of our intro next year. Oh, shit.
Kieran, how are you doing, bud?
Right now, this instant second, not well. Scotland is losing. But other than that, I'm doing well.
The Scots need to lock in. But a little bit of brighter news. The English had a terrible time in Boston. The bar that everyone saw when Scotland was here, the Dubliner, owner is Irish, closed for the Ghana game.
Objectively hilarious.
Incredible. I thought it was a bit. I thought it was a joke at first. Like, oh, ha, it's the Dubliner. It's owned by an Irish guy. They're just no, they decided the door. We're closed.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. And that's it's not to be one-upped by the commentator for the World Cup, the England-Ghana game going. The English famously struggled here in Boston. Banger.
Incredible. I think one thing we can all get behind is just giving it to the Brits.
Yeah, it's objectively funny.
I'm not going to talk for all of them, but the ones who are here, they're not sending their best over for this World Cup.
They certainly are.
They are harassing women in the streets of Boston, causing issues. Get them out. Yeah, get them out.
God.
Get them out. Bring the Scots back. We are famously an anti-British podcast. I think it started
very famously.
It started pro-Irish, and then it's just slowly become just anti-British in general.
Yeah.
And I think that's something we can all get behind.
Yeah. It's a universal truth.
It really is. Also famously an anti-Brendan Sorsby podcast. We thought we were done with him last week, but he just keeps coming back like a bad STD, Kieran. The NFL has denied his request to join the supplemental draft in a letter that was released to the public saying they are in receipt of the petition for special eligibility. Instead, under our collective bargaining agreement, the league retains its sole discretion to determine whether it is appropriate to conduct a supplemental draft in any given year. The league has not conducted such a draft for several years, and prior to your submission, the league had no plans to do so this year. Your petition, filed 3 business days before the deadline without any supporting information or documentation, and only after abandoning your recent litigation efforts to avoid NCAA sanctions, does not provide a basis for the league to alter those plans. The issues presented by your petition are too significant and too closely tied to the league's core integrity interests to permit meaningful review within the timeline presented. And then it would go on to say, really, his only reason for entering the draft was he was declared ineligible and he exhausted all avenues. And now that that's happened, he wants to play in the NFL. He did not provide any record of the NCAA's investigation, no supporting documentation, as the NFL said. This was basically a legal bitch slap.
A phenomenal term.
It really is. But I think the NFL is 100% in the right here. I mean, if you look at, I did go through the history of the supplemental draft and kind of why people have entered it. And it's a lot of academic ineligibility. They broke some team rules. They just declared for the regular draft a little too late. But a lot of those were multiple people had that issue in one year. So they'll hold a supplemental draft. They last held it in 2019 for a player who was declared ineligible. And Ken, what are your thoughts? Is this the right move?
Oh, yeah, obviously. This is, even if the NFL was objectively in the wrong, which they aren't, by the way, I should stress that right now. They aren't. But even if they were, it's actually more funny because it just is the next domino that has fallen for Brendan Sorsby. And it feels like it can't get any worse, and then it does.
Yeah, I think, first off, I don't like that Brendan Sorsby is making a side with the NCAA and the NFL. And I think this is the right move. You have to protect the Browns from themselves. Oh, where would we take Brendan Sorsby? First overall, baby. And
they can only get so bad.
Yeah, I don't know if they can. He's not that good. The Browns are desperate for a savior at quarterback, even though some people are pushing the idea of Shador being that. But, of course, Brendan Sorsby can't let this go. His lawyer stating the exclusion of him from the supplemental draft violates the CBA and the law, according to Jeffrey Kessler. They will pursue this immediately with the NFLPA. He's not in the NFLPA, first of all. But we've seen this argument play out, or we've seen the defense of the CBA. The courts have ruled that the NFL has the right to punish players and do what they want per the collective bargaining agreement. They do not need to hold a supplemental draft. Brendan Sorsby is, like I said, just a Karen who's not getting his way. So he's going to pull the, do you know who my dad is? Except it's going to be with his lawyer. And I hate it. I hate Brendan Sorsby, and I hate we spent this much time talking about him.
It does feel like it's this never-ending cycle or spiral downwards that we've kind of come across. Because it's one thing to try and get another year of eligibility because of whatever reasons, right? And then to double down and sue the NCAA, and then to back out last minute with attorney generals getting involved, and now you're trying to go into the supplemental draft, and also, by the way, it's not happening. Like, this is a phenomenal script of a rags to riches sitcom comedy, but it just keeps being more rags.
100%, and it's all self-inflicted.
Oh, 100%.
There are plenty of stops along this highway that Brendan Sorsby could have taken.
Yeah.
Instead, he's going careening towards the bridge that's out and refusing to think for a second, maybe this is a bad idea. Now, look, he had plenty of opportunities to stop when he was placing these $90,000 worth of bets. Any of that would have just been not getting on the highway when you know the bridge is out. Then it could have been, oh, I'm caught. I'm just going to work on declaring for the draft, kind of going through those motions. And then after that, I went to rehab. I'm going to petition the NCAA that I can play this year. Oh, they said no. Okay, to the draft, to the supplemental draft.
Yeah. I
made a mistake. I'm moving on. He just can't get out of his own way.
It's so funny, and it's so I know we said we're kind of done with this whole Brendan Sorsby situation. I kind of want to see what's next. Obviously I think he'll be eligible for the 2027 draft if I'm correct, right? There's no legal ramifications of him getting there, correct? I believe that's true.
I don't believe so.
Okay. I cannot wait for that draft now. Normally, I don't really care about the draft. You know, the people that are already gone number one that's already been decided prior to like the final game, the championship. I now want to see the draft, but I don't want to see rounds 1, 2, and 4, 3, 4, and 5. I want to see round 6. I want to see round 7. I want to see if anyone actually stoops so low that they are willing to get a mediocre college quarterback in the draft.
I think that's the big wrinkle.
Yeah.
Like, look, if Caleb Williams a few years ago did this. If Fernando Mendoza might be a different case, but Fernando Mendoza had this happen last year. They're still a first-round pick, regardless.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But Brendan Sorsby is probably a third, fourth-round pick as it stands right now, if not worse. So he's going to fall rounds, potentially go undrafted. And you brought up a point, Ciarnan, you want to see what comes next. I think I agree with you. I think you've brought me around. This is a comedy of errors at this point, and it's not to keep going with the automotive analogies here, but it's like a train wreck.
Yeah.
You can't look away. You just got to know what he does next. Is he going to try to go to the USF or the UFL? Is he going to try to go to the CFL? Who knows? I don't think Brendan Sorsby knows. I think he's just doing this on the fly. There's no next steps because he thinks every time he tries something, this time it's going to work. Okay, that didn't work, but this time it's going to work. And I just can't wait.
Honestly, at this point, I'm more of I'm now changing my frame of reference and going kind of props to you for just persevering, because objectively everyone hates you right now, but it is still so funny that you're still trying.
That's true. Watch him somehow turn around and become like a Hall of Fame player.
It would be so funny if he goes to the UFL or the CFL, becomes incredible, gets the call from the NFL, from a team, whomever it might be. I'm thinking like a random Arizona Cardinals, right? And he goes there after Kyler Murray's gone.
He's gone. He's already gone. He's in
yeah, sorry.
Jacoby Brissett's the starter currently, and he wants to be paid like that.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, perfect, right? Because you can just slide Brendan Sorsby in for Jacoby Brissett and almost see no difference. But like for that to happen, and then for him to like take them to a Super Bowl would be it'd be awesome. It would be hilarious.
Ken, I thought of something even funnier that I would like to suggest to you. He goes to the UFL. He becomes a great quarterback. He develops, he grows, puts on some muscle, drops a few tenths of a second off his 40 time. He's slinging the ball, throwing 70-yard bombs. He gets the call from the NFL before his first game. $100,000 betting scandal comes out.
Oh, that would be great.
That'd be that's the only outcome I think that we're really going to wait on at this point.
Yeah, certainly.
But we talked about Brendan Sorsby in his legal case. The Big 12 wanted to have some fun too. The Big 12 presidents and chancellors, per Heather Dinich, haven't pulled the league's recently filed lawsuit because there's still questions about what Brendan Sorsby is going to do, any legal retribution he tries, and the Big 12 board of directors is expected to have a call early next week. Some of them want Texas Tech to pay the legal fees accumulated from this whole process. And this is going to sound like a stereotype or a cliche because it's Texas, but way to stick to your guns, Big 12.
Yeah, seriously.
This is a legal battle I'm okay with.
100%. It's one of those things where it's like, honestly, this is a good thing that they haven't retracted their legal lawsuit or their lawsuit or whatever it is, because it's almost like it kind of sends a message to other conferences and be like, try it, see what happens. These are the repercussions, right? Texas Tech happens to be in a position where money isn't an issue, right? But if any other school tries this, there are repercussions. We're going to come after you, rightly so, and it'll be devastating for you because you just don't have the funds that Texas Tech does. Yeah,
no, I agree. I think if this lawsuit goes anywhere, this is going to be a brawl. But I do think, like you said, not every school has Texas Tech's revenue. They don't have the funds. They don't have the resources, not just revenue-based, just the school's backing, the love for football in Texas. But I do think, and this is dramatic, I feel like it's battling for the soul of college football right now.
Certainly.
And weirdly enough, the Big 12, who has spent their entire history, basically, bending over backwards to suck off Texas and Oklahoma. And now that they're gone to the SEC, the Big 12 is like, you know what? We're actually going to stand for fairness in college football now. And you wish you saw it sooner, but good on them for finally growing a spine.
Yeah. It's wild to see the turnarounds that will happen for conferences, schools, etc., for like one particular reason that you just never saw coming. And you're like, wow, I can't believe I actually agree with this. Like the NCAA, we were saying this last week, the NCAA arguably looks favorably in this light. And we're like, we can't believe we're rooting for these teams. Normally we're adamantly against them.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. And I don't like it. I don't like being a fan of the NCAA.
Yeah.
But Ciarnan, moving off of Brendan Sorsby, now hopefully not for the last time. Hopefully he stays in the news cycle a little bit. But the Citadel, Ciarnan, in Charleston, South Carolina, is renovating their stadium, and they have uncovered roughly 50 human remains while working on the visitor side grandstand. They were aware of the fact there were probably remains, and it was a burial site since 2004. A little history of the stadium. It was built by the city of Charleston in 1927. Prior to that, from 1841 to 1926, roughly 26,000 people were buried there. I saw some reports that they just moved the headstones and did nothing else. I saw some other reports saying that they were all paupers' graves and no one was really marked at all. And then the team or the school bought the stadium in the 60s, and now they're uncovering these bodies, Ciarnan. Stop building on graveyards. That's how you get hauntings.
Yeah, seriously. That's why there are two outcomes. There are two outcomes here. Either the players of Citadel are possessed by the spirits of the graves that they have disturbed and become like the Monstars in Space Jam, or more people start disappearing. Those are the two outcomes, both completely likely.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. They stopped construction when they discovered the remains, by the way.
One would assume.
Okay, let's be honest, though. Is that a given?
Yes.
Is it given that a school would do that? Not that it's the right move. Just the fact that a school did it.
A school discovered it, or just a school
stopped construction?
Yes. That is a very normal thing to do.
Ciarnan, I'm not saying is it the right call. I'm saying, is it a given? Are you telling me that if Alabama found unmarked graves while trying to add another 20,000 seats to the stadium, they would just stop construction entirely?
You really genuinely believe they wouldn't?
No, I think they dig up the bodies as best they could, put them somewhere else, and keep going.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, you're splitting hairs between how the amount of time you take between discovering them, stopping construction in order to move them.
Based on the report, they stopped construction in May, and it hasn't started yet.
That's not that long, Kev.
I'm not saying it's a long time. I'm saying these schools care about one thing, and it's football.
I don't even know where to go from here.
Well, some more things going on about it. The 341 bodies were relocated and memorialized in 2005 that were found there as well. People are compiling a partial inventory of the bodies. And it's just a weird headline that I felt we needed to talk about.
No, it's actually a pretty cool headline because it does directly involve college football, so it is kind of funny. It is wild. I would assume that the thing with the Alabama and whatnot. It was only May. Like, even if they found it at the beginning of May, 2 months is not enough time to survey these things, to stop construction, survey these things, understand who they were or what part of Either they were paupers' graves or whatever, and then redo construction. Like, that's a massive thing to deal with.
My confusion also is the fact they stopped construction entirely. You go to relocate to a new section that also needs work done independent of that section. Hope you don't find any dead bodies and get to work.
Okay, so as someone who works relatively adjacent to the construction industry, that is not how that works.
Again, first off, Ciarnan, I'm not saying that is how it should work. I'm not saying that's how it does work. I'm just saying once they determined the bodies were old, so it's not a murder, then you just move on. You're like, there's nothing we can do. There's no crime to solve. We'll let the people look at them and we'll go over to the East Grandstand and get to work over there.
Yeah, but that's my point. There are a lot of things that interconnect in a stadium. And sometimes you actively need to work on one portion of a stadium before you work on the other portion because there are interconnecting linkages.
That's what I'm saying. You find like something that needs to but
maybe there's nothing that big.
Okay. All right, fine. I feel like I'm just rage baiting you at this point.
That's funny.
While we're speaking about, I'm actually not gonna finish that joke. Brian Kelly is joining CBS, and that man just loves getting high. He is calling Mountain West games. Ciarnan, what are your thoughts on Brian Kelly joining the media?
It's already a terrible idea. Carte blanche. Now, I would arguably prefer him to be in a Power 4 conference because at least then he's contained. Now he's going to be contaminating the group of 5 and other schools that don't need his sort of negativity around him.
Brian Kelly has broken containment.
Yes, he's broken containment outside of the Power 4.
I don't disagree with you. I think some of the clips will be funny because he's just awful.
Yeah.
Just terrible. But some of the clips will be funny, him being just objectively terrible. Also, some of the things he says are unintentionally hilarious. Saying he's in favor of execution because his team's not playing well with his history. Hilarious. Top 5 halftime post-game interviews in the sport.
Yeah.
But I also feel like we're going to have a lot of situations where, to tie it back to the World Cup, you turn it on, you see Alexi Lawless talking, you go, ugh, and you turn it off. You go watch something else. It's going to be that with Brian Kelly. Yeah,
I cannot wait for Brian Kelly to go like, or somebody to ask him, oh, what do you think about, the New Mexico Lobos this season? And he just goes, who?
Yeah, pretty much.
Be like, this isn't the SEC?
Yeah.
That's how he joined the Mountain West. He was just told by CBS, oh yeah, this is the SEC.
Yeah. No, like, it's going to suck. Oh, I can't wait to watch Wyoming take on Air Force.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian Kelly's on the call. Send me up in a scissor lift. My God, I don't want to watch this.
No, it'll be the UTEP Miners versus the Rebels, and the amount of jokes that are just going to unintentionally come out of his mouth will be phenomenal.
That's true. But moving on to some NCAA rules. Also, by the way, it is approaching 8 o'clock while we're recording. Just if I seem a little distracted, I did volunteer to help Hilo Sports with their mock fantasy draft. So go check that out on the Belly Up Sports Podcast Network. I'm not really sure what time that's going up. Probably tomorrow at noon or today at noon, whenever you're watching this. Moving on, though, to the NCAA rule changes going on. The NCAA has adopted their age-based eligibility model, which is really just kind of being called the 5-for-5 model. Once you turn 19 and declare, you have 5 years to complete your academic or your football career or your sports career in general. Basically, it's going to be implemented differently. Student athletes who are done this year, next year, no additional eligibility will be remaining. Current student athletes with eligibility remaining after the 25-26 academic year will go with whichever rule set benefits them the most. Prospects to initially fully enroll at any college or university during 2026-27. Again, either rule set, whichever benefits them the most. And then after fall 2027, only this age-based model. We've talked about this before. There are exceptions for pregnancy, active duty military service, and official religious missions. Only be available if the student athlete does not participate in organized competition for the duration of the exception. Ciarnan, what are your thoughts on this 5-for-5 rule?
It's frankly brilliant. It's exactly what we have more or less been, well, at least I have been in support of. You want your 31-year-old.
I want my emotional support Brandon Weeden, god damn it.
No, but I actually really like this, and I think the exceptions are perfectly balanced. It is not too much, it's not too little. It's very direct. It's hard to argue around those exceptions, which is fine by me because those make perfect sense. I will say I think it is a little bit of a hindrance because, you know, certainly myself and probably most people who were attending college at that time, you have no idea what you want to do. And I can almost guarantee that a 17-year-old going in to, or an 18-year-old technically going into the college environment, particularly in sports, also doesn't know what they want to do. Was the school choice that they made right the first time, yada, yada, yada. Obviously, there are furthering implications with the transfers and all this stuff that we'll get into in a moment. But as a general, solid, simple rule to follow, it is a good one.
Yeah. And I will say I've slightly come around on it. I do still want my emotional support.
Yes.
Brandon Weeden. However, I'm not going to say this is a bad rule strictly because I am losing I'm basically not going to be able to play college football anymore because I'm old. But
Kevin, I'm going to tell you right now, your age is not the issue.
Well, now I can say that. I would have gone D1 if it weren't for eligibility. Kevin, you graduated college 7 years ago. No, yeah. It's that eligibility. No, I will say, though, I also do like the fact that they're handling this because the NCAA said for years that they care about student athletes. They haven't. They are handling this in a way. So once these go in effect, we're going to kind of grandfather you in. If the previous rules benefit you more, you'll stick with those. If not, you'll go with this new set. I like that. I think it kind of shows they are actually putting student athletes first, seemingly for the first time in their entire history. But yeah, I've really come around on it. I do also like the exceptions. I think they make sense. I wish they had just one other hardship waiver or exception that they could put in there. Like they would say what it is. For example, you know, in Massachusetts, you have or across country, you have FMLA for family medical leave. Something like that, I think, would also be a beneficial exception.
Yeah, I see where you're going with
but
that.
But again, I'm nitpicking. I think overall it's a good rule.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And moving on to the NCAA just minorly tweaking stuff again. They're trying to shorten the transfer window again. Go rather than going from 2 to 1, and now they're going just a lot shorter. First business day falling January 1st. So from the 2nd to the 16th. They need to just move it to after the college football season.
Yeah, that I just, you know, for all the credit that we've been giving the NCAA recently, this seems like a completely obvious thing to do. Move it to after the national championship. Move it a week after the national championship, right? Because the people that do want to transfer out of the winning school or, you know, the losing school, you know, runners up or whatever, they need at least a couple of days to get over their loss, right? But it is such an easy thing to just go, yes, this is what we're doing, and everyone going, Perfect. That's what we've wanted to do the whole time. Just do that. Why? Like, you're making all these other changes already. Just make a very, very easy change and change the date. That's it.
Agreed. I understand it can be difficult with the academic school year.
Yes.
And that's part of the reason to keep it here. However, at the same time, they should just group them by sports.
Okay, yeah.
Like, you have multiple transfer windows. But football gets one, basketball gets one, baseball and softball get one. Just keep it grouped together, but give athletes the chance to actually consider their options instead of, shoot, it's the middle of the season or the middle of the playoffs, I need to make a decision real quick.
Yeah.
They also want to just shorten the amount of off-season practices teams are allowed to have from 25 to 21.
Yeah. That I don't mind as much.
I'm good with that. I think
that doesn't
good protect players a little bit more. Kind of we're big on that here. But, Ciarnan, I think it's time to move on to the best conference in America.
Of course.
The MAC. The Mid-American Conference. I've thought for a while that Tailgate the Quad needs some sort of mascot. I'm back and forth between a raccoon and a squirrel. I'm thinking squirrel, though, because I don't want to take MACtion's thing.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I like what you're... Oh, wait, no. What about our meth raccoon? It's biltong, I believe it's called. Technically, it's not a raccoon. It might be a marsupial, but that's pretty close.
It's a bear cat.
A bear cat. Okay.
Also, for people who are confused why we're talking about raccoons right now, for those who didn't see, I believe it was a YouTube comment, it looks like. No, it might have been a Reddit thread. Congrats on your 5-star recruits and $100 million facilities, SEC fans. Meanwhile, the MAC is out here playing real football in front of 14 people and a raccoon on a Tuesday night during a blizzard. You ever seen a punter throw a touchdown to a log snapper while the scoreboard's on fire? Didn't think so. While y'all are busy arguing over which frat-funded dynasty is slightly less fraudulent, Toledo's cooking up a triple reverse flea flicker in a game that ends 43-42 after 6 missed PATs and a goalpost gets stolen. That's not fiction. That's not football. That's MACtion. You wouldn't survive one quarter in Ypsilanti.
I forgot how funny that tweet was. It incorporates everything about MACtion football that makes it so brilliant. Like, my wife, I'll turn it on all the time, and she'll just go, "What are you watching? I thought, Saturdays are for college football." I go, No. True college football fans are here Tuesday at 8. All right,
100%. And I've actually conditioned my wife to look forward to MACtion.
Oh yes, let's go.
Yeah, Ciarnan.
Yes,
we talked about live streams last week.
Do
we want to mess around with a MACtion live stream or two this year?
Yes, absolutely. That's such a good idea. We're doing that.
All right, we'll get them on the books. We'll schedule maybe the first MACtion of the year, and then we'll kind of look at the schedule and see what we want to do.
That sounds good.
Perfect. Maybe we'll bring some guests in too. But Ciarnan,
yes,
which they've really only had 2. Which MACtion logo are you a fan of?
I'll be honest. I don't think I can pick one. They're both fire.
They're both strong. I have a very clear pick.
Okay, go on.
The left.
Okay.
The wording is chaotic.
Yeah, I agreed.
The lines with the motion, the colors equally chaotic, orange and green. What is going on? I love it.
You're absolutely right. And that's part of the reason why I can't pick a favorite, because I really do love that shield. It's symmetrical enough that it's simple, but it's captivating. But at the same time, I love the chaos of the left one. So I'm torn. I don't think I can make a decision.
I think the right one is a slightly better logo. But I think the left one, the chaos one, epitomizes the MAC.
You're so right. You're so right in that.
So I think, but again, both very strong.
Yeah.
But first up, we have, if he wants to let me, Akron. We're gonna get rid of the Belly Up logo so you can see them. We're sponsored and presented by Belly Up Sports, so that's gonna go away for now, though. Why did we move away from the ruse?
Yes, agreed.
Like top left, a little too cartoony for my take, to be honest.
A time and place. A time and place.
It's great for its time. I think it'd be a fire throwback thing.
Mm-hmm.
Top right and bottom left, the ruse, incredible. The vibes are great.
Arguably, might be the strongest logos I've seen so far.
That's true. They are strong. They also had a script Akron, but it was kind of getting tough to fit everything. So I also do like the Z. I think it's a little fun.
Yeah.
But you got to give me the ruse.
Yeah. Yeah. The top right with the color scheme and everything is reminding me a lot of the Pittsburgh logo that we saw a couple weeks ago. I still like it. I don't get me wrong. I still like it. But for me, it's the bottom left.
Yeah, it's true. The side profile of the Rue is awesome.
It is. It's really good.
I think, though, the worst one is the top middle. It looks like a high school.
Yes, very much so. Yeah. Block letters, simple design, bit of shading. It's fine. For a school in Akron, for a high school in Akron, it's fine. But other than that, there's no point.
Yeah. All right. We favor the ruse. Ball State. I think this might be one of the few instances where I am a huge fan of the modern, more angular, less cartoony designs.
Yep. Agreed. Now, the real question is it moving or is it not?
I think it's supposed to be moving. I don't know why. I guess like a bird diving on its prey.
No, that is what it is. My point is, like, there's two of them, right?
Yes.
And one of them has that action sort of thing to it, and the other one doesn't. But I prefer the illusion of it moving, I should say.
I do like that. I like the red on the stationary one is a little darker, a little more red.
Oh yeah, that is a little darker.
So I do like that red a little more.
Okay, fair enough. But for a logo, I'm thinking motion.
Yeah, no, that's true. I do like top left. I just think execution's not quite there.
Fair enough.
But also, this is going around Twitter this week. Awesome.
Yes. I was hoping you were going to bring that up.
Ball State's mascot, Charlie the Cardinal, holding an M16 during halftime of a football game, 1981. It appears to be a toy replica, as a few of the features are simplified, and orange tip laws weren't introduced until 1988. Incredible.
All I'm hearing in my head is Fortunate Son.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Why did they give him an M16?
I don't know, but I would love to hear the backstory to it.
We'll look into it, and I'll dig it up. Maybe I'll record a quick thing for Belly Up Socials after this if I can find out the why. Moving on. Bowling Green. Now, Karen, I'll let you go first. I have some strong thoughts.
So, top left would be great if it weren't for that cartoonishly large falcon head. The simplistic one on the top right is literally too simplistic. If I didn't know it was Bowling Green, I wouldn't be able to understand what I was looking at. Bottom left, love the lettering. Color scheme is terrible, but at least I understand what I'm looking at in the logo. For me, it has to be the modern one. BG, simple, falcon head to the side with the side profile. Fantastic.
Agreed. I do think top right, you can't tell what it is. Like that could be a bank. I saw a Q in it earlier when I was looking at it.
I see the Q.
You could tell me that's like Quincy Community Bank or something, and I'd be like, okay.
Yeah. It's just a weird font.
It's just not great. It's supposed to be a falcon. If you did not show it to me in this context,
you wouldn't get it. Yeah.
Top left, the head freaks me out. It's way too big. Yeah. It's also, it feels like every school with a bird logo had that at some point.
Yeah.
I love the block lettering under it, though.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing I was saying is like if that had a regular Falcon's head, I think that might be the one for me. But that cartoonishly large one is just it's off-putting.
Yeah, I think if you combined, and it'd be tough because that's like a modern interpretation versus a more classic word mark. If you took the modern Falcon head, where you can tell it's a Falcon, and you combined it, maybe made it a little bit more throwbacky, but combined it with that classic block lettering, incredible.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think bottom right is the best one. Moving on to Buffalo. I had to change it to gray to make the background. I saw some places say the current bullhead is a secondary logo. I saw some places say it's a main logo. So we're including it in this.
Interesting. I always thought it was Maine.
I don't know. I can't. No, this is in New York, not Maine.
God damn it, Kev.
I hate the top left.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not a fan.
I like the U with the horns and bulls. I don't like the bull logo. I know it has the motion that you were looking for earlier.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. The motion is cool, but everything about the head it seems wrong. Like anatomically, it might be fairly close, but it feels wrong.
Yes, yeah, it's giving like not cartoon on the CW after Liberty Kids.
Yes,
about Greek mythology.
A Japanese anime on Greek mythology. That's what that is giving.
Yeah, it's not great. I'm not a fan. I do like the bullhead, the current bullhead.
Yeah, the current bullhead is quite nice. The UB it's very generic for me. It's fine, whatever. But the current one is quite nice. I do wish that they had a darker blue for that.
That's true. I like the UB as for a helmet, maybe. You throw it on the field, but as a logo in and of itself, I don't think it's great.
Yeah.
All right. Chippewas, Central Michigan. This is their logo. That's all they've had. They've had an alternate or a secondary, which is just the word Chippewas spelled out with that as the C.
All right.
And I will say, with a name like Chippewas, it could have gotten real bad real quick. They could have had some really bad or just any caricature of a Native American. I'm proud of them for that. Oh, crap. Oh, man. All right, top left doesn't win.
Are you kidding? It absolutely wins.
I don't think it does.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe I'm too woke, Ciarnan.
You are too woke.
Not about Native American depictions. I don't think it's that bad. I was mostly making that for the joke. I personally like bottom left, the E with the eagle.
Yeah, that is a good point. It's everything but, actually, I shouldn't say everything. Bottom left and top right is just the Philadelphia Eagles. That's all I can see with this.
I agree on top right, 100%. I think bottom left distinguishes itself enough with the E. And I don't know if the Eagles have had an Eagle mascot that's looked like that, or an Eagle logo.
No, it's more one of those like knockoff retro things that you would get, from a scalper, or not a scalper, but one of those people like entering the stadium that like design their own merch or something. That's more like what I'm talking about. But
that's true.
But yeah, you get my point.
Or like you download a game off the App Store that's a football game, but it doesn't have the rights.
Right. Yeah.
To the NFL. So it's not the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the Evansville Eagles or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, of course.
I hate though just the E.
Yeah, the E is stupid.
Not great.
I will say one thing. I just want to go quickly back to Central Michigan. I was confused because I was like, that's a very modern-ish.
Let me go
logo.
back. There we go.
That's a very modern-ish logo. Like it's not so far in the past.
Yeah,
maybe 80s-ish. But I thought to myself, I'm like, is Central Michigan University that young? Like I thought maybe, it was like, founded in the 1950s or something. No, it was founded in 1892.
Yeah, it's just a lot of these schools, and we ran into this issue a lot with the SEC.
Yeah.
A lot of these schools just didn't have logos until the 70s.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, surely I feel like there's
something. No, it's weird because I think this one was released in like 92.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Moving on. We kind of jumped ahead a little bit, but if you don't know the MAC schools, I doubt you're watching this. I like the current one.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes.
I wish I could find a higher quality of the top left one. I looked. I love the fact it's shooting lightning out of its wings. That's incredible. Kent State, please bring this one back.
Yeah. Strong across the board. Obviously, the last two are fairly similar to one another, but great logos. Great logos.
For a not great team.
Yeah.
Bring
the lightning wing back.
Oh, please. Please do it. I also would like to say I love the color change they made. From the more navy blue and muted gold, mustardy gold yellow to like a royal blue and a yellow gold.
Mm-hmm. It's a good combo. It works very well.
It works wonderfully. And the lightning bolt in between the Kent and State.
It's a nice little addition that,
Did you see who committed to Toledo this week, by the way, Ciarnan?
No, I didn't.
A really bad missed opportunity. Kent Staten, who is I just had his information up. He's an athlete committed to Toledo. Missed opportunity for the Golden Flashes here.
That actually hurts.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
I don't know what convinced you, and I'm speaking to this guy right now, to go to Toledo, but surely you could have made the leap to Kent State. I can't imagine it's that far removed from Toledo.
Toledo finished 4th in the MAC last year. Kent State finished
dead
7th.
Fair enough.
They finished ahead of UMass, Northern Illinois, Bowling Green, Ball State, Eastern Michigan, and that's it. But the year before that, Toledo finished a little bit worse in the MAC, but went 8-5. They were 8-5 as well last year. Kent State, after their big turnaround, was still 5-7 last year. The year before that, 0-12, Ciarnan. And their coach might have been fired for gambling. It never really came out why he was fired. But, Ciarnan, I think that's why he chose Staten chose Toledo over Kent State.
I still don't care.
That's fair. No, you got to commit. Got to commit to the bit with a name like that. Moving on to UMass, who is also terrible. I am a sucker for that top right with the script.
Really?
Yeah, I love it, but I think I like bottom left way more.
Yeah, bottom left is the best one. The bottom right, it's a good one for modern day, but I feel like it's missing the Minuteman.
Yeah, no, it very much is. And on top of that, they also, I think it used to have like the 3D effect that Houston had that they got rid of, and then they got rid of that. Yeah. Which is just abysmal. And we are nearing the end, maybe. Miami. Also, before we move on to Miami, actually. Oh my God, let me go back. I'm struggling right now. My light's not working, guys. It's not going well. We're struggling here. The top left, that U with the Massachusetts, is plain, but also kind of heat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good for its time. I'll say that.
Yeah, 100%. I guess we're not using the light tonight. Miami. Not Hurricanes, but of Ohio, Ciarnan. And I think this mascot progressively got worse each time.
Yeah, it It's a downgrade. It's such a downgrade. Like, I'm such a sucker. I'm going to bring it back to it. The Rutgers Scarlet Knights with the knight. That is what the first logo is giving. It's a full logo. It's got like a red brick arch behind it. It is very cool. It's very in your face. It's got a lot of detail. There's no messing about of what it is. And then you just butchered it, and then they just ended up with a Maryland M. And that is the most disappointing thing I could possibly imagine. Is it easier to design? Yes. Did you lose all the soul of the creative artist? Also, yes.
100%. I would be even okay, to be honest with you, if they just wanted to do the Miami University word mark with Red Hawks and that Days of Thunder font under it.
Yes.
I think getting rid of
the
Red Hawk would be a mistake. But I think if they were going to do that, I would have wished they kept the two or the word marks. Yeah. I think that looks really cool. I love that font on the Red Hawks there. But yeah, no, it's a top left. Each time it got way worse.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to Northern Illinois, who is supposed to be leaving the MAC in about a week by July 1st, 2026. They should be leaving the MAC. However, they're still in it today, Ciarnan. So, what do we think of their logos?
Top left, the old school one, needs a sailor hat. The one to the right, there's too much going on. Either stick with an animal or stick with your lettering. You can't do the whole of both. And I think they learned their lesson with the NIU Huskies with just the head.
I don't hate the NIU Huskies with just the head.
Oh, yeah. No,
I actually really like it. I do agree. Northern Illinois University Huskies written out fully.
Yeah, rolls off the tongue.
Awful. It's awful. It's for some reason, like, it's just, I would never confuse the top left or the bottom one with Northeastern.
Right.
Who are also the Huskies. Top right, if I look that quickly, I go, yeah, Northeastern.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know how bad your logo has to be for me to not associate it, or for me to associate with a school that doesn't even play college football?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's awful.
Oh, that's so funny. It's yeah, like I said, you can't do the whole thing of both. You either combine it, which they have, or you just do the simple Husky or whatever, do something like that. That's wild.
Yeah. Also, by the way, NIU is joining the Mountain West.
Oh, phenomenal.
What mountains are in Northern Illinois?
The mountains of taxes that they have?
I guess.
I don't know.
Well, if you like these logos, these NIU logos specifically, you get to enjoy looking at them while Brian Kelly fakes some
interest.
That too. Is this it? This might be it, Ciarnan. This is it.
Wow.
For MACtion. Which school do you think had the best logos?
I would say, I think Miami. I think Miami Redhawks had the best ones.
Miami did have some.
No, Akron. Oh my God. I was
going to say Miami fumbled it at the end.
Fumbled it. Yeah. Akron. Yeah. Akron. Has to be Akron.
Akron's good. I also think Kent State. Like I said, I wish I had a higher quality image version of the one in the top left, but I think Kent State weirdly has some strong logos.
Yeah, no, they do. They do.
But I think that might be our show, Ciarnan.
All right.
Anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here?
Not really. I think we're good.
All right, we're gonna get a quick Scotland update. They lost 3-0.
Yeah. Disaster.
Yeah. Not good. Haiti lost them.
Does that Yeah, but does that matter for Scotland in the World Cup?
The goal differential thing might have. I think there was a chance that Haiti could have jumped the Scots into the third place.
Oh, I just want to say one real quick thing regarding college football and the World Cup. The USA can win this World Cup. And you're like, Ciarnan, you're an idiot. Don't ever speak again. Hear me out. This has been said a lot, and if you haven't heard it, you live under a rock. But put all of USA's knockout games in SEC stadiums. Invite all of the college students attending those universities back with cheap tickets, and let the Europeans and the South Americans and the Africans experience a true SEC environment. We win all of the games.
That's true. I do think that was a missed opportunity. So Americans love America, yes. For the most part. They don't care about soccer. They will pack out a stadium if America is playing.
Yes, they will.
I think that was a missed opportunity. It would have made our soccer culture look way better. And quick update on the third place standings. As of 8:01 today, Scotland is in 6th for the World Cup standings. The top 8 third place teams do advance to the round of 32. So we are still in it, Ciarnan.
Just got to hold out for a little while longer.
We just need some favorable results from Cape Verde, Belgium, Czechia, DR Congo, Ecuador, and Senegal.
That's a lot to ask for.
That is a lot to ask for. I mean, really, we just need, I think, just Czechia, DR Congo, Ecuador, and Senegal to lose or draw. They just can't win.
Czechia knocked out Ireland, so I hope they lose.
I hope they lose by 1 billion.
Who's Czechia playing?
Watch it be England. It's not, but oh my god, can I type? This is now a soccer podcast, guys. Sorry.
Yep. Real quick.
I can't type right now. We're struggling, Ciarnan. Let's just see if that. They're playing Mexico at 9:00.
Come on, Mexico. Come on. Destroy them.
Please, Mexico. Let's look up the other World Cup matches today, Ciarnan.
I'll tell you right here. I have them up. It's South Africa and South Korea also play at 9.
Okay. I don't think that one really impact much.
No.
See? What else did I say we needed? We needed DR Congo, Ecuador, and Senegal. Ecuador's playing Germany.
Okay.
So we're good.
Yeah. DR Congo is playing Friday, maybe?
Saturday, Uzbekistan.
All right, Uzbekistan. I know you lost 5-0 to Portugal today, but if you can just turn it around and score like 7 goals, that would be preferable.
Put some respect on your names and go out there. And Ecuador is playing Iraq.
All right, that's not great.
Or no, sorry, Senegal is playing Iraq.
Oh, okay.
And come on, Iraq. We know you lost to Norway and France by 3 goals each. Put some respect on your name.
Yeah.
All right, there's your World Cup check-in. We clearly want either America or Scotland to win. Neither's going to happen, regardless of what Zlatan says. But that's our show.
All right.
Have a good, safe, fun rest of your week. And we'll see y'all next week.
See ya.
They're eating the dogs, Ciarnan, in Tuscaloosa.
They're eating the dogs.
You know that?
They were eating
the dogs.
Oh, a meth raccoon.
Yeah.
Just awful. There is nothing good about this. It's the worst possible scenario for the CFP, for the national championship.
Notre Dame is a mid-program with really good marketing.
And the Michigan players are going to look at that, and anybody who's committing to Michigan in the next years will just go, I want to beat them even more. Like, I wanted to beat them when I first came to this school. Recruits are going to see this.
You have, as some fans have put it, a mascot flashing their pop tussie out off their screen.
Oh god, that's gonna be part of our intro next year. Oh,